Hey, it's Sophia Ferrara with Coldwell Banker here. Just wanted to go over what to expect on closing day. This is especially important if you're a first-time buyer, or maybe it's just your first time buying in Florida. But 48 hours kind of leading up to closing date, a couple events are going to happen. You're going to have your final walkthrough to make sure the house is all good still, and then you're going to have to do your wire to title. So unlike your escrow, a lot of times banks have a maximum amount that you can wire online, and you might have to schedule an appointment. So just figure that out ahead of time. This is not something you want to be panicking about the morning of, trying to get an appointment at the bank. And make sure as well that you call title to verify those instructions when you do it. The other thing that's going to happen usually prior to closing is scheduling your utilities. So in Florida, the closing day belongs to the buyer. So usually you can schedule those utilities to be turned on that closing date. But if it's not something you do ahead of time, just make sure it's a top priority on your closing date so you're not without utilities when you're trying to move everything in. Now, as you head to the closing table, I encourage you to bring 2 forms of ID. Most title companies require this, but better safe than sorry. Just have 2 forms of ID with you for each person that's signing. Now, when you're at the closing table, make sure you feel comfortable and ask questions. This day is for you. It's a lot to sign. And again, if it's your first time there, a lot of it might seem like gibberish. So don't be afraid to ask title, hey, what document is this? What does this mean? Now, when you leave closing, one, you'll be super excited, but you'll also be given a folder with a ton of paperwork that you just signed. And then usually they'll mail you the official documents as well. So just make sure that you hold on to these documents. Usually insurance providers and utilities are going to need to see proof of that purchase, and you might need those docs later on as well. So make sure all of those docs go in a safe place and don't get lost in the move. And then your final thing you need to make sure you do on closing day is take a second to celebrate. Oftentimes you're running now to the moving truck and doing a million other things. Even if it's just stopping for coffee quick, take a second to breathe and be excited about the accomplishment that you just made. So whatever questions you have, let me know. I'm always here to guide you from start to finish. My number is 239-898-1841, and I'm always here for you.